Hi, I'm Bob the Hollow, and this is the Marketplace of Theories, a series where we're going to talk about other people's theories. The first video is a primer meant to lay some groundwork that will help guide us through this experiment. Regarding the nature of the discussion itself, first, we need to recognize that even though Soulsborne narratives are open-ended, and we are all free to come up with our own theories, if two people have different theories, then that means each one of them thinks the other person is wrong. And that's okay. We can respect each other's right to a personal interpretation while, at the same time, being able to criticize each other's ideas, applying critical thought to try and figure out what works and what doesn't. And those are very important distinctions, right? The goal should never be that of being right. The goal should always be that of finding out the truth hidden within the lore, or as close to what's discernible as true given the circumstances. And also that these discussions should always be about the theories, not the people behind them. I'm not trying to pick fights with anyone, I'm just trying to explain the scope of the conversation in the lore hunting community. And in that spirit, I am, of course, also open to being criticized myself. I was made to change my mind before. I don't mind doing it again. And I just hope this courtesy extends to both sides of the conversation. Now, some guidelines regarding the format of these videos. I'll present all the counter-arguments I feel are necessary, but without in-depth alternatives. My alternatives are my videos. You can check out my 1-minute long Dark Souls Facts videos for a quick look, or my long format ones for a more detailed analysis. I can't be repeating hours of my own arguments every time I address a new theory, can I? I'll give preference to Japanese descriptions over the English ones. And that's simply because they're the original. Just keep in mind that knowing the Japanese version doesn't excuse bad reasoning. We still need to be critical about it. If you're watching this, then you like lore hunting. And if you like lore hunting, then let us not be dismissive of the game. Nothing is out there without a purpose. Don't ignore anything. Explanations like, it's just a retcon, mechanic, or fan service, don't really explain anything. That's not to say the lore is perfect, but we should always strive to find the answers, rather than dismiss the questions outright. Outside sources aren't canon. Concept art, interviews, cut content, and possible sources of inspiration add interesting flavor to lore hunting. They can give us an insight into the dev process, but they're not canon. We can add them on top of already well-established theories, but we shouldn't ever use them as foundational arguments. And lastly, I have no authority over what's true or not, so I highly recommend you always watch and or read the theories I'll be talking about. You know, always hear their side of the story as well, before making up your mind about any of this. Alright, I think that's it for now. Welcome aboard, stay safe, and see you around.